Dice Age is made possible thanks to the support of our patrons. Thank you very much, and enjoy the show.
The Empire of Maca has existed for nearly 1,000 years. Founded and ruled by Ava the Main, the immortal empress, it quickly expanded its borders thanks to the overwhelming power of its mages and the shrewd politics of its nobles. Now it has fully conquered the centre of the continent of Elmera, and although war has ended, peace still eludes its populace. As the Empire nears its first millennia, the signs of turmoil have become more frequent and apparent. Monsters are becoming more bold, nobles plot schemes of usurpation, and whispers of rebellion hang heavy in the slums. This gave rise to the adventurer. These strong individuals of all races and classes lend their might to the citizens of Maca to drive back monstrous incursions. There are even adventurers who perform deeds so noble that the people can see beyond their race to the hero that lies within. There are those who criticise these adventurers and claim they're nothing more than pawns used to advance the political machinations of nobles. Despite the immortal Empress herself making fewer and fewer appearances, there are those whose faith in the Empire remains unshaken. But the wise know that it only takes a few sparks to ignite the flames of change. Allow me to introduce you to these sparks. Welcome to Elmera.
Hello and welcome to Dice Age, an actual play D&D show. My name is Jack and I am the Dungeon Master. With me as always are our wonderful heroes. Would you all please go around and introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm AJ and I play Edgar Wood, the half-elf blood hunter.
Alice, and I play T, the elven sorceress.
Hey, I'm Mitchell, and I play SRA as the human rogue.
Hi, I'm Zach. I'm going to be playing Tauros, your tiefling paladin.
Hello, this is Trey, and I will be playing Finn, your half-orc cleric.
Wonderful. And as we all know, we always start off these episodes with an excellent, creative, and interesting recap that sometimes goes on for far
Jack,
too long.
Wait, what time is it?
It is.
Shit, dude, I'm okay. I gotta go, guys. I'll be right back.
What? Oh.
What the fuck?
I forgot something real quick in my car. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah, just wait here. I'll be back. Just chill. I'll be right back. I promise.
Okay.
Zach, you didn't turn off your mic. Okay.
He's probably fine.
Guys, you gotta be quiet now. Okay, all right. I'm back. I can't let anyone know that I've been keeping you guys all in here. Okay.
Where's the cheese? I need my cheese fix.
Someone, get this guy some cheese this instant! And while you're at it, bring me something to absolutely slaughter!
I got your cheese right here, buckaroo, in the form of these hands!
Oh, okay, guys. Everyone, chill out. No fighting. Remember what happened last time?
This place was a mess.
Fucking jeez, Frank, you gotta stop appearing behind me. Come on.
Oh, right. Frank here.
Okay, much better. Anyways, I can't stay long. I got recording again, but I brought cheese. This time you have to share totally normally sized and definitely scientifically accurate rat.
Yeah. Okay, buddy.
This rat thinks it's honest to creatures of the night!
Speak for yourself, you little goblin!
I've already told you, I'm the goof goblin!
Yeah, okay.
Yes, guys, please, why can't you just get along while sharing food? You know, my party in Elmera has actually been pretty chill. Has been surprisingly getting along with our newest companion, Finn.
Oh, you mean that wicked half-orc in the dragon armor you keep doing fan art of with his...
Shh, rat. No. Well, yeah, but you can't just say that, dude.
Oh, I overheard you talking about this when I was in the vents. You asked him to relay a message to Oberon, wherever he is, that you guys were safe and asked how he was. He responded with a message of his own saying he was safe, but didn't have a clear way home.
And then you guys decided to head out towards to save him, right? That's what I would do if Toad was in danger and fighting for his life.
Fight!
Fight!
No. No fight, you two. Right, you can't just say the FIGHT word around them. You'll get them all riled up. But no, we're actually on our mission we took last time. We're going to try to take down some fairly seasoned adventurers in Elf Vegas.
Elf Vegas.
Ah, the memories.
No, it's a city. Wait, what the? What? Never mind. It's actually called like Ongar or On God or something. I don't really remember. I'm really bad with names, but I just call it El Vegas. Apparently, some freaky stuff goes on there, like brothels, gambling, that kind of thing.
Not enough bloodshed.
I mean, I wouldn't say that.
Oh, don't tell me you guys had to cross a river atop the cool collapsible boat that ended up being infested with large, eldritch-looking crab monsters called tools that you dispatched with only minor damage. No fucking way.
Hey, don't forget about Eurydice.
Who?
Sven's god, Eurydice, who we talked to you all about when you guys asked about it. Apparently, this is a god from real far away from the Empire. They're most likely draconic in nature, since the holy symbol is a shiny, constantly changing color scale inside of an egg.
How did you do? How did you know that all so vividly? You weren't even supposed to be in this recap in the first place.
I mean, not to mention the really neat armor he wears is pretty draconic. That's gotta.
Okay, that's enough. It's getting really eerily meta. I have no idea how AJ does every fucking week. Back in the darkness with all of you guys. I gotta get back to Rick.
Bye,
Bye.
Dad.
Bye.
Fine, you're dead.
Whew. Hey guys, what's up? Sorry.
So
I
Zach,
forgot my
I have a
charger in the
question.
car. Yeah.
Okay. Quick question. Zach, have you seen that like really expensive mozzarella I've been saving?
Hey Jack, we should start the episode like right now.
let's go ahead and get started. Let's all return to
Is
the
that something in
world.
the vents?
Shush! We're
Lorna,
returning
just 'cause you're
to the.
Italian doesn't mean you can steal cheese.
My throat hurts.
Of Elmera.
You guys enjoy this? You guys enjoy when I'm trying to make a professional show to just derail everything?
I got the salad.
You know what would go perfect with that? My mozzarella.
It's a real shame that Oberon left the party right before everyone fucking died, huh?
Before the TPK.
All right, let's get back to the world of goddamn Elmera, you pieces of fuck. So, we return to our group after you all have just entered the city of Ongar. The smells of liquor and alcohol heavy in the air, the sounds of gambling, of carousing throughout the streets. Even in like now where it's like towards the middle of the day, you see quite a few people drunkenly swaying as they walk between buildings in the street.
Okay. What time is it?
It's like in like 1 o'clock.
Jeez. Okay. Edgar is very confused.
I mean, you all can. I think you all did a history check coming in here last time, right?
Oh,
We did.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
yeah.
know Ongar
Yeah,
was
we
like
know
a
this place
resort-
is
like a resort city, pretty much.
Yeah, we know
Mhm.
this is party city.
Right,
Yep.
right.
Oh, Vegas.
Much like how Edgar was confused by Madame Chevreuse growing up, this is just wild
Mhm.
to him.
You see, it is mostly a large number. What may be the most surprising for you all is that a large number of the carousers seem to be elves. There are a few humans and dwarves and other people mixed in, but a large number of them, especially closer to like the fancier looking buildings, are elves. All right.
As we get in, just going kind of been looking around. He'll just give like a very like low whistle and just okay. This is definitely different than anything we've ever been. ever seen. Where to from here?
We did, if I remember correctly, at the end of the last session, I think it was Finn had spoke to his god.
We got a location.
You got,
Yeah.
yeah.
We got a location.
We know where they're staying for the night.
Yes.
Which is that like any
We
places
know.
around us, or we're gonna have to go find that?
You all know the name of the building, but it's not visible straight from where you're entering into the city.
Mm-hmm.
You'll have to either
There's not just a giant sign that says Jungle Shade in this way.
Yeah, we'll have to take a look.
Jungle Shade
There's
Resort.
no giant.
It's Jungle
quest
Shade
marker.
Resort.
right the Jungle Shade Resort. There's no big neon sign with Jungle Shade Resort flashing because
So I'm just
what's
gonna,
electricity?
Yeah, I'm just going to turn to the others. So we would highly suggest that those who are good at the talking maybe ask around, because we're not very partial to it, especially amongst this crowd.
Entire party
I'll
looks
give it a
T.
shot.
Yes.
Yeah.
So T, you can look around. There's several people out having a good time. There is also, you guys just came through the city's gates, so there are some city watch nearby that you could talk to. Yeah. What do you thinking?
He scratched.
Could you have you ever
Somebody meeting him started again.
I am gonna pick. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna go into like a fairly reputable looking bar that I see, because it sounds like there's a dickload of those.
Oh yeah, there's all over the place.
And I'm gonna
There's
put on a
called
big
the dickload.
smile. Good. That's where T would feel at home. I'm gonna put on a big smile. And I'm gonna go up to like the maitre d' or whatever I see, and I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna ask him.
Yeah,
where it is.
You head into a fairly nice looking establishment. It's like fresh coat of paint, like nice fixtures, like the windows are all like set in very like pristine, clean glass. And you see the name of the establishment is the King's Gambit. The word that came to my head. And standing there's no maitre d' because it is still a bar. It's not like a restaurant.
Bartender.
Yeah, but there is a bartender. You see a human man standing at the bar. He's currently like pouring a bunch of drinks for several elves who are all like loudly conversing with each other. Sees you, takes a second, hands over the drinks, and then comes over to you and says, yes ma'am, how can I help you?
Hello. I was just wondering if you were aware of where the Jungle Resort is? Is that the name?
Oh, the Jungle Shade Resort.
Yes, that one.
Oh, right. Yes. What you want to do, and he gives you directions on how to get there, and then says, would you like a drink for the road?
Oh, that is so kind of you. I'll have to pass for now, but I'll be back for you later. And she'll flip a gold to him and walk out the door.
Perfect.
Back to the party.
He happily accepts it. Hey, you get a gold for just giving some information. You don't even have to make a drink. That's a good day. So plus a gold is a very heavy tip. So that's
It is.
Yeah.
Making friends for later.
But yeah. You didn't get his name though, so
That's okay. I don't need it.
Very fair. So you head back out. You have this information. So right now you all are sort of like in the entryway. That's where like several of the more like mid-level establishments are. In the southern quarter of the city is where you see like the docks onto the lake itself and onto the river. And that's also where you see, like he kind of explained, that's where like some of the more lower rent areas of the city are. But where you want to go is to the northern edge of the city, more towards into the jungle than it is off of the coast of the lake. And that's where the higher class establishments can be found. And the Jungle Shade Resort is very easy to find once you're up in that part of the city. All right. So you all head, I assume, up that way?
Hell yeah.
All right. You all head on up. As you're moving up, you definitely see like the buildings get bigger. The ornamentation gets more gaudy and flashy. You notice more and more it's just elves kind of milling around up here. And along with these classier establishments, you do see an interior wall within the city's walls, and within that wall is a massive, almost palatial building with like golden tinged roof tiles, like large jungle trees within the gardens, even visible from outside the walls, which you can assume to be the residence of the Grand Duchess of Flidane.
Damn.
But turning your attention from there, you do see a large establishment. This looks like, most of the time when you hear inn, you think 2-3 stories at most. This is like a 6 or 7 story building, with grand, like there's a fountain out front that has like beautiful stonework carved into it, depicting Flidace, the patron goddess of the drow, standing there, and you also see like the building itself. Every like pillars and the windows are like all with gold filigree all over them, and from what you can hear in there and see on the sign, this is not just a resort; it is also a casino and bar.
Oh.
All right. Well, before we go in, quick thing. What are we doing?
Yeah.
That is a good
idea.
question.
I'm just as much for going in there, but I feel like that's not the best idea right now.
True.
Plainton said he wanted this to be kind of quiet and, not in the city.
Yes.
And
I
whatever we
think-
do, we can't let it be tied back to them. So we gotta figure out a different reason to get them out.
What if this is quite the pitch? What if we invite them on a hunt? And then they got in the way of our kill. It would be an easy enough cover. Shit happens when you're on the road.
They're pretty well known, right? These guys.
Yes.
Alright. I don't think we're that well known, so we're gonna have to, well, you are probably gonna have to say some really convincing shit for some low level Aven adventurers. Maybe we go in as adoring fans.
That might be a good play.
Yeah.
What?
I'm really bad at lying.
I notice.
I'm bad at talking.
Really?
We wouldn't think so.
Yeah.
So, do we want to use adoring fans who want to hunt with
Our heroes?
Might not be a bad idea.
What do we say is out there? We're going to have to pick something repugnant.
You saw the jewels that attacked us. It could be something. Do we
Yes,
like
but if
go
these
go
people are hunting people, I don't think a crab is going to pique their interest.
Jack,
Mhm.
having been in a lot of Luklari classes and taken a lot of Ranger classes, I'm sure this is what I could be really interested in. Is just what are some of like the best hunts people have gone on that's like known in the Empire that Luklari or someone else, like other kids, would have talked about. I heard someone caught this.
Yeah. In general, things of like monstrous nature tend to be like pretty exciting. Things like manticores, chimeras, things that are like just straight up unnatural kind of monsters like that are really hype, for lack of a better word. There are also something that is considered like kind of a rare but also powerful hunt are things like, especially in heavily areas of high concentration of vegetation, shambling mounds, things like that are considered very, like, there's not, bless you, there's not much as far as like trophies you can get from them, but like, they're very dangerous, especially if they're aggravated and on a rampage. So they're something that people can get some prestige in taking down. Even just taking down one shambling mound can give you like a nice boost to popularity, but if you take down several, then it's like, whoa.
Yeah, gotcha. I'll share this with everyone. We could say something like a shambling mound. We can tell them we killed manticores because we've done that. Got this
We have.
displacer whip thing as well, but that's some thoughts I have.
These are good. Is everyone ready to do this today, or would you want to meet them and prepare and invite them to go out tomorrow?
I'm thinking that maybe the best thing would be. Well, I know that we know what they are. Do we actually know what they look like?
Do we? Any ideas?
You know that they're a dwarf, human, half elf, wood elf, and high elf.
Cool. Race class. Got it.
Yeah.
If we find 5 of those together, the odds are decently good.
Now, I will say something that may also occur to you all at this time is that, if they're here, there's not a guarantee that they're all going to be in the same place. There's a lot of prep work that goes into adventuring. They obviously have different skill sets, and like you all, when you're like getting ready for stuff, you're not all just waiting in the same place until you've gotten everything ready and you're waiting for your other teammates to show up. So it wouldn't be unreasonable for you all to think that, maybe some of them are in the casino, maybe some of them are back in their room, maybe some of them are out like getting information for their job, for their, next assignment and stuff like that. There's not a guarantee that you're going to like walk through the door and see all of them just hanging out at the bar or something like that.
About this. Here's a novel idea. Sorry, go ahead, Mitchell.
I was gonna ask, with what we got about the adventurers, could we know if like there were certain habits of them? Like, was one of them particularly known to drink a lot? Was one of them particularly known to go out foraging for themselves?
You can give me a history check right now to see if you know any more specifics about like their personalities or their reputations.
Yeah. Oh, come on, there we go. History. Okay. 21.
All right.
Damn.
Yeah, so you would know, and this is like information you were given before coming to the city. by like what the agents of the Monstrous Alliance were able to uncover on your before sending you off. The human, Lukas Kistler, he's known as a bit of a carouser. He's someone who heavily drinks, heavily gambles, always has someone pretty on his arm kind of guy. So he, that's what you know about him. You know that he's really the one who's the most like party guy. The rest of them have more of a reputation of being like a bit more professional, a bit more focused. You do know that Maeve is known as a like experienced and excellent tracker, hunter, things like that, but she's also a good investigator. She's the kind of person that is good at like sniffing out clues and stuff like that. So I would say what you get with that history check is the most likely person you're going to find just walking through the door, probably Lukas. The least likely person you're going to find maybe at all is Maeve.
Yeah. So yeah, Essa shares that. He goes, well, I know the Lukas, the human, he tends to be someone who likes to go around and drink. Very much someone who likes to party a lot. So if we walk around, the one we're probably going to find is him. Maeve, their ranger, on the other hand, she's an excellent tracker, but that doesn't mean she's really good at hiding herself. So she'd be the one that's almost impossible to find without us gathering them up.
But again, we don't have any real descriptions. We're just going to go based off of if we see a human partying. I don't be rare, but it could also be multiple. This is just a theory.
It's good to be careful.
We give a rumor that there has been sightings nearby. If Dylan's Bane really is here for hunting, give them a target.
And then we just wait in the woods until they show up?
Finn just like shrugs. I said it was an idea.
Thing then is we'll probably run into Maeve if we're going to run into any of them, and she's as careful as everyone says. We might be able to get all of them there, or she might be able to sniff out a trap better than any of them.
There's also the thing of, while we are powerful in mind, these are adventurers who've been doing this for decades. We are far less experienced than them, and taking them all at once, even knowing the makeup of their party, it could be quite a struggle. If we, and this is suggestions, well, if you can find a way to get some of them at a time, such as maybe Lukas and the cleric, take them down before taking out the rest, could make it a lot easier on us. And again, that's a suggestion. I know it's gonna be hard to try to do sneak attacks and have them all be separate at the same time.
I agree. It's not going to be easy if they're all there at once, and that probably will mean they're ready to fight in most cases. I'm down to try a trap out in the forest to catch Maeve, or maybe someone else. But I feel like if we do that and it doesn't go right, we're going to be on a ticking clock.
We'll be fucked.
Yep.
If word of our assassination attempts gets out to the rest of them, then not like I would note saying this in secret with all this, so no one else can hear us.
Yeah,
I was about to say,
can I do
a perception check? Can I do? Like I
I had
understand we're probably
assumed you guys had like taken a spot where you
yeah,
wouldn't
but
be seen.
I'm going to do a perception check as we're talking, seeing if I see like I'm kind of letting them plan it.
Yeah.
As they're talking, I want to do a perception check to see if I notice like any like group of people matching the description of villains Bane. Like if I see a human like partying pretty hard or anything like that.
Yeah, go ahead. So with a 24, you don't really see anyone out here in like this little plaza outside of the resort. However, as you're like looking around, you hear the sound of a loud booming voice coming from within the resort. One that you're like just barely able to make out, saying something like, liquor, I need more liquor. And like deep guffaws of laughter.
Finn will just kind of nod. I think we've got a pretty good idea that our party man is inside, though.
Okay, so that's one of them. Possibly.
Does anyone want to go inside?
Can we like
I think we all know who should go inside.
Yeah, we all should, but
No, I said we all know who should.
Tauros.
Me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We keep
What if Tauros seduces him?
Listen, we keep pussyfooting around. Finn may just go inside.
Someone has to make a call.
Right before we do that, and Edgar will say, if we're going to do this, it should probably be T. I think we all know. But do we want to go with the plan of trying to impress this guy?
So I do also want to, before we like pull the gun on this, I know I just said we don't need to make a call, but I do also want to ask, what are your guys' accommodations while you're here?
We haven't set that up yet.
Because are you sure this is going to be like a 1 day in and out operation, or are you?
No, we don't think that. So here's what I'm going to suggest. You, and he points at T. Maybe you, and he's going to point at Essa. Go in, do your chit-chatting. The three of us, and he's going to motion to Tauros, Edgar, and himself. Go try and find a place to stay. Or should you want any muscle in there to impress the man, he'll like bang his gauntlet onto Tauros's chest plate. Take him in.
I think T is obviously the choice one sent. I do know that like me, he had crossed the plague fangs when he was young, so I could probably relate to him there. As in, I don't know if he's sentimental about it, but it's worth the shot if anything.
I don't know that I'd use that as a conversation starter.
Absolutely not. But
worst comes to worst, you could kind of pose as a fan or like admirer of what he's done.
I think you two points to Edgar and Fenn go get the accommodations and all that set up, and we'll report back to what we get.
All right, lovely.
I will say, accommodations team, there is a really beautiful resort right in front of you.
Yeah, Finn don't want to stay somewhere as bougie as this.
That's uncomfortable.
He is very uncomfortable, but she will pass the bag of holding to Tauros so that he has an unimaginable amount of gold on him at the moment.
All right.
So are T and Essa going to be taking any gold with them into the casino?
She has her personal gold, but the bag of holding is going to Tauros.
Hold on.
And Finn's just going, all right. And just in case things get a little hairy to speak, this should help you out a little bit. And he's just going to tap Essa on like his leather chest piece. And as he does, you see like almost some of like the glowing like multicolored lights that seem to glint off his armor shoot out from it and slam and like go from his gauntlet into Essa's chest plate. As I'm going to transfer my blessing of the forge to Essa to give him a +1 to AC.
Ooh, 19. It's a 19. Nice.
So my AC goes down by 1, but you get it.
Okay.
Hold on to that for me.
That'll do. 19 AC. Let's go.
Well, really, it makes one of your armor it makes your armor +1. It
Yeah.
doesn't just give a stag +1. So you have to be wearing that armor to get the +1 to your AC.
Yeah, I am. I'm wearing the glamorous armor, which I would imagine.
Which you can
I
use
could,
right
yeah.
now to make you some nice
So yeah,
clothes.
I would say like I was about to say that Essa would, because I imagine he spent no time with the command word, because he did get identified right before Oberon left. He's gonna use that, and he's gonna make kind of like just some nice resort clothes. Definitely not like mainly he's not wearing his armor. It's just clothes that fit the weather and fit the scenario setting they're in.
Gotcha. Yeah. No, you wear some like light, breezy clothes. It's like breathable. Like lets if they were actually what you were wearing instead of just glamour, like it let like the airflow like help like wick away any sweat and stuff like that.
I am going to use some prestidigitation just to make us look a little less dirty.
Okay.
We just got into town.
Yeah. And
also, did we rest? Since we fought the tools.
We got here.
Yeah.
That was
a day before. It was a day
Got it.
before we got there. We rested.
Just
and-
wanted to confirm.
Yeah, the tool attack was yesterday.
Good.
And Finn will also just go, if anybody needs any clothing fixed, I've got a spell that can fix that. He like sees like a slight tear in T's trousers and just kind of like quickly will like put a hand over it and like cast mending to like fix it up.
Little did you know that those were T's torn jeans that she was wearing.
Ah, shit.
You ruined it.
To make up for that,
Tears them again.
no, but Finn will go, all right, I can do one last thing to help, but you probably want to make this one quicker, and I'm going to cast Enhance Ability T.
On charisma, I imagine.
On Charisma, Eagle Splendor. So you have
Okay.
Probably should give it to Essa, but
As that's happening, Edgar's like,
Let's not be so
do this.
sure.
Yeah, Edgar's gonna be like, I could do this. Essa, I'm gonna try something real quick. He's gonna spit on his hands and be like, come on, magic. Come on, do something.
Finn's just looking at you like, what the fuck?
Come on.
I'm
And nothing happens because I don't have any support spells.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Oh. As he's doing that, Finn just slaps him hard on the back.
Fuck. I'm trying. Okay.
I like to mention his hands get closer to us, and his lance is like pulling away. So what?
I spit on them, thinking that's gonna help.
God.
Come on.
No.
Ben.
Finn just like grabs Edgar. Come on, we've got to find some place. You can spit on him later.
What?
All right.
You heard me.
So yeah, you three go off and go find accommodations. I'll just say we can come up with the name of the place and all that later. Right now, I'm just going to let you know. Higher end place, 50 gold per person per night. Mid tier place, 20 gold per person per night. Low tier place, 10 gold per person per night.
Low tier.
I'm thinking low tier.
I also imagine a low tier place is probably like the compared like where we've been.
I was going to say a low tier place here is like
as good as anywhere.
Low tier would be considered modest by like normal living lifestyle standards.
Yeah. No, we just get there.
So, maybe like 2 nights we start off with.
Let's put a down payment for 2 nights, and then if we need more, so we'll 100 gold.
Do you guys want to know how much it would have cost to stay at the Jungle Shade Resort?
How much?
Is it like 100 gold per person per night?
Trey's got it.
Damn.
Yeah.
If we hit a certain number of like gambling games, like do we get like a discount? If they like convince us to stay longer.
Or do we make it? No, here's what we do, guys. We quit being adventurers and we just become chronic gamblers.
Mitchell and I have been talking about this the entire time. We've been trying to figure out how to do it in character, but we can't figure it out.
Well, no, we did. We
haven't found it yet. Yeah.
Okay. So, I will say this is not the only casino in the city.
But keep in mind, Alice, that lasts for an hour, so you can't just
all right.
fiddle with it.
Okay, so you all walk in. Immediately, like the smell of like tobacco, other like smells of like incense, trying to like make it smell a little nicer. But there's a lot of like smoking going on here. You hear the clinking of drinks, the like calls of the dealers at different gaming tables. You hear like roulette wheels, things like that. There's a large concierge desk, and like a bar that is they've got two bars. There's one bar that is separate from the casino itself, and then another bar that is in the casino. And as you all look around, it is impossible to not notice the large human man guffawing, throwing coin after coin, like chip after chip onto a game of roulette. Like holding an entire, like two entire, like half full liquor bottles in his hands, and a thin, looking, human woman on one side of him, and a half elven man on the other. And what you see is the man Lukas Kistler. Lukas is. Let me. I can just pull up his picture.
Ass.
Is it Shift C?
It's Shift C or Control C.
Control Z.
I think it's Shift Z.
Nope, it's not Control Z because that's undo.
Kistler just disappears. Just
Lukas Kistler, a tall human man, doesn't wear any. Like the only thing he wears on his chest is like this sort of leather harness looking thing, very He-Man situation going on. With like a protective shield right around his heart. In covering his hands, you see these like massive looking gauntlets that he has not taken off. He has red hair that's beginning to gray at the roots of his mustache, beard, and hair. But he's a massive man. He's 6'4", weighing 250 pounds, like tan skin, and with like bright green eyes as he like takes a swig and then says, "All right, so I'm prepared to gamble another, let's say 1,000 gold for tonight, unless I get lucky," he says, and starts laughing at the human woman on his arm. Yeah.
All right. T sizes up the situation and then kind of looks to Essa like, get ready, and links arms with him and drags him over to that roulette table.
All right.
And she is going to strategically place herself right across from him.
Gotcha. As you sit down, the dealer looks up at you and says, "Hello, ma'am. The minimum bet is 5 platinum."
5 platinum. Let's see here. And she will rummage in her bag and produce the 5 platinum.
All right.
You're so lucky Finn isn't here because he would just be like, "Oh, that's it," and he'd just be like upcharging so much.
Yeah. So I'll say this. Pick a number between 1 and 20.
12.
12. Okay, I'm gonna roll a d20.
Oh no, I just made a DC. Good that I made it in the middle.
All right, you lose one. You lose 5 platinum. So.
Oh, that was like the whole thing. Okay.
Yeah. It was. Cool, I rolled a 1 through 20
that was immediate. Gotcha.
To see if you got it, and you didn't because it landed on a 19. Lukas looks over at you and says, "Ha ha ha! Bad luck, my friend."
She will use that opportunity to fake a meet cute and look over to him, and her eyes are going to go huge, and then she acts like she's trying to be cool. And
give me a performance check.
Whispers to Essa like, "Oh my god, that's him."
Mm-hmm. I would say deception, but this feels more like a performance.
It's pretty performative.
Don't forget you
You have advantage because
you
of
have advantage
enhanced
right now.
ability.
Thank you.
Hey, there we go.
Okay.
I got you, boo.
So with
Thanks,
the
bro.
26, he recognizes. He goes, "It seems my reputation has preceded me."
Indeed, it has, sir. I didn't expect to find you in a town like this. Maybe I should have.
Mein Liebchen, I'm always in a town like this. No, but how did you come to know of the great Lukas Kissler?
Oh, who doesn't? In this line of work, if you don't know about Lukas Kissler, who do you know about?
Is this like you're also an adventurer?
Oh, we dabble.
That's good to hear. I'm always excited to meet other people in my field, my chosen profession. And you, my friend, who are forgive me, I forgot to actually ask you. What is your name, Fraulein?
My name? Asking my name, isn't that so sweet? You can call me T.
T, a beautiful name, my dear.
Thank you.
And who is your companion?
My name is Essa.
Essa. Essa. Are you also from the plains of Menshite?
Yeah, I was for a while, and then I am. I left across the Bleak Fangs close to a decade ago now.
Interesting. No, I made the journey myself. I'm sure you know. That's very interesting. I have not met many other humans who have actually made the voyage. How was that for you? How was it?
It certainly wasn't easy. The Bleak Fangs are as dangerous as the stories I was told. But with a caravan, I was able to make it across rather safely.
It's a
But I've heard-
caravan, of course.
But as I've heard of you, you've crossed them all on your own.
Oh yes. I'm very proud of that journey. I felt that my talents were wasted back in the plains, and I believed that I could bring my particular skill sets over here. He says, and he whispers something to the half elf, who blushes deeply.
I thought he was just going to start flexing after he said that.
Oh, he flexed.
Okay.
But yeah, he says, so how can I, is this your first time in Ongar?
Oh, yes, I haven't been.
Wonderful.
I've heard tell of the beasties in these woods, and I just couldn't resist a visit.
Ah, the beasties, yes. That is the true goal of an adventurer, is it not? To go out and wreak carnage and destroy all the things that stands in your way. Oh, and as he's talking, you can see this subliminal I don't know how many barbarians you've necessarily encountered in your time at the Adventuring Academy, but you can see even him just starting to talk about it, you can see the bubbling of a rage simmering within him.
Mm-hmm. I heard, and don't say this too loud, I heard there's a shambling mound just outside of town.
He says, and he kind of leans back and says, the shambling mound is something that would be of interest to a novice, I suppose. No, Fraulein, I would not want to take such a victory away from you. I'm sure you are more than capable enough to deal with this. No, what my group is hunting now is something of more interest.
Oh, do tell.
Well, I don't mean to alarm you, but and he kind of like looks side to side, like he's sharing a big secret with you, and says, "We're hunting a group of monsters that have currently been spotted throughout the jungle."
Manticore?
No, no, this is different. You know, of course, of the goblins and the grungs and the things of such nature. Things that can be dangerous to those without experience. Aber when they are in great numbers, they can be very dangerous indeed. And it is the job, and it is the job of us adventurers to prevent these numbers from growing. Yes.
Oh, absolutely. We do have some experience ourselves.
Do you now?
A little, but
You will have
who's
to tell me
counting?
about this. Perhaps over a drink up in my room.
That is so kind of you. I'll have to check with the rest of my party, but count me interested.
Of course, of course. And he turns back to the game and then says, "How many people are in your party?"
Oh, just a handful. 5 of us.
5. Oh, that is not unlike my own group.
So I've heard.
Mm-hmm. Now tell me, how long have you been with this profession?
Oh, well, let's see. It's been a couple months now.
Months. So
A
I'm
little
sure.
green, but
Hmm.
that
Well,
doesn't mean I've got any less red.
everyone needs to start somewhere, I suppose. You see, he's like starting to like lose interest in you now that you've like rejected his advance. And as he's like sitting there talking, he's like, trying to think. He just says, well, if at any time you are interested in finding me, my party actually as part of our payment for this plan, we got a suite in the resort. So if you ever are interested in exchanging war stories as ever, you can come find me on the our suite is the Duchess suite on the 7th floor.
My goodness. I've never seen a suite like that before. I sure would like to.
Oh, I'm sure you will, Fraulein.
She will wink at him and start to drag Essa away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he gives Essa another look, just kind of like sizing him up as you all head out. Yeah.
The one Essa tear outside of his range, I guess, there was where Essa just goes, "Oh, I was really uncomfortable near the end. Oh, that was."
I could tell. I got us out of there.
All right.
He was laying it on strong. Holy shit.
He was. I was impressed on how thickly he was laying it on, and you know what job I had.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, we got
Well,
something.
we got some valuable information and a chance for an ambush.
I don't like how he said my name. I don't know if he just it was a name he knew, if he just recognized the way it was. He just knew I was from the Plains of Minshite, or if he actually knew who I was. That concerns me.
You can give me a retroactive insight check if you'd like to double check on that.
Insight, not the greatest. Actually, average. So roll 4. That's terrible.
All
Terrible
right.
roll.
With a 4, you don't know if there was any deeper meaning. He may have just been that he recognized another name from the plains, or he may have heard about you. You can't be sure.
Yeah, so that he's like that. Because that concerns me because if I know we're not particularly well known adventurers, but if our name is getting out there in any way, that could jeopardize this.
True. I thought about giving him a fake name, but my initial is a little more anonymous than your name.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where if you lied, I would have to lie, and I'm not the best at lying.
That's true. Well, let's find the others. Tell them about our opportunity.
Yeah.
All right. As you all are wandering around, you all have found in the lower district a inn and a tavern called the Cracked Flagon.
Oh, that's a good one.
And you were able to set up some rooms accommodating you all there. Do you all want to be heading back after securing those rooms? Be heading back to where the resort is, just to see if you can catch them.
To fetch T and Essa. Yeah.
Yeah. So you all get back there, and you're regrouped. You can. Are you chatting still outside the resort, or are you heading someplace else?
We probably walked at least to the front of another building, so that it's not immediately obvious that we just stopped outside to talk.
Yeah.
But we probably put in place before they left. Wait for us here, so that we could find each other again.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah. So you all regroup. You're standing outside of the Tipsy Barkeep. It's another bar just across the street from the Jungle Shade Inn. There's an elven man already outside, leaning against the wall, just be like, oh my god.
He looks fucking plastered already.
Right. He's trying to calm himself down.
Damn.
All right. What did you get?
Well, he's certainly as Essa described him. Massive man. The mere mention of a fight got him halfway into a rage. And luckily, it worked. He is hoping that I will show back up tonight for a tour of his suite. I think that could be a pretty good opportunity to pick one off. And then, should we need to, it's at least a head start on the rest of them, if they hear being in the same suite and all.
I figured that they would. No offense, but if he's as he described, then he's not gonna go down easy, and that's the issue.
That's true.
But I may have something for that. I have a spell that, if it's cast, will silence any noise going in and any noise going out.
Oh.
That would be really handy.
I'd say, T, you're familiar with silent spells, considering your line of work.
Yeah.
But the issue is, we've got to be close to cast it. And I don't think I'm particularly the company he's looking to be.
Not quite. Also, most of my spells do have a verbal component to them.
I don't know how this shit goes. I don't know what's gonna happen if you go up there or whatever. But would it be possible in any way to get him drunk enough and then possibly convince him to get out of the city with you?
Maybe show off.
There's enough alcohol in the town to do that. Then, maybe we could play the angle of, show me what a real adventurer does. I mentioned the shambling mound, and he laughed.
This man was double fisting alcohol like it was nothing.
And, said it was a simple, paltry thing. and then
Well-
fully admitted to me that he was about to butcher people.
Well, you know how to get him to follow you? Call him on it. Tell him you don't believe that he would be able to take it down as easy. From what I gathered, their pride should be pretty easy to poke at.
Maybe so.
This makes him, if you taunt him, he would be almost forced to show them prove you wrong.
Perhaps. Regardless, I think it's a great opportunity.
I think
You
so.
found this place?
Yeah, we've got it. The cracked flagon gag? Or the
That's what he said.
yeah, the cracked flagon. It'll be about we got 2 days to start with. But I think one thing we do have to consider, how do we deal with the others should this work?
Well, here's another point. If one of them goes missing, the others are going to be on high alert that something is wrong. Now, Luke's going
Maybe-
missing, maybe not the biggest problem because he seems to be someone who goes off on his own quite frequently.
Exactly. They don't know whose rooms he's in for the night.
But if
So he's the
gone-
one we could probably have the most leeway with.
But if he's gone for, say, 2-3 days, they're going to start getting suspicious, and that might put them on high alert.
And Edgar says this really quietly. Once that happens, there's a good chance if we don't cut it off, that they're going to think it was the monsters, and that's going to speed up their process. So
That's
we might
true.
have to start a rumor that it was bandits or something that got it.
So, hear me out. What if we plant the seed that you were with him last? And he's going to look at T. And maybe you come with your acting abilities, come into town and say about how you thought it was a shambling mound, but it was some other more dangerous monster, or maybe it was bandits that ambushed, or something of the sort. Got the others to follow you back out. And then I understand it would be the rest of them, but at least it would be one less.
I have an idea. What man of that caliber can resist a damsel in distress? I run in, panicked. I'm gonna fucking fight you, Trey.
So-
He just silently raised his hand.
Yeah, the visual gag for this podcast that doesn't have a face cam is that Trey raised his hand slowly.
I run in, desperate in a panic, saying that my companion I was with earlier today has been attacked by bandits, and we need to go save him. A man such as him, with his overconfidence, would think that he could 1v1 this entire band of bandits. He meets us outside of town, and it's us.
That could work.
He enjoys hunting people instead of monsters. No monster is going to pique his interest.
I think that could work. In that case, he's going to turn to Tauros and T. We're going to need something to shut him down then. I've got something. Let's hope it works.
Okay, are you all going to be doing this plan? And so I imagine you're going to be waiting a while before you try to launch it.
So Finn's going to go. We can maybe get a couple traps ready. But I would need time. It would take resources. I could still fight, but I would be running a bit on empty. We could try it tomorrow after I get everything set up, or it's just going or we could do it later.
I think we'd have to do this tonight, with him in this state.
Yeah.
All right.
With his
I think if I
and he's
stand
going-
him up, his pride is going to be too hurt.
All right then. And Shin's gonna just go, where do you want to lure him to? And he's gonna like pull out the map that they've been following,
Mhm.
thinking maybe 20, 20 minutes outside of the city.
We need to
30
make sure
maybe.
there's no city guard still patrolling. They'll probably have a patrol around the wall, but
So about 30 minutes maybe outside of the city. How
sure.
about, and I'll point to like the path we followed, maybe a little bit off of it right
Mhm.
there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I was just gonna say, how about I maybe one other come along. We start setting up maybe a couple traps, and the rest of you, and maybe Toros come with me, and you two get whatever you need ready, pointing to Essa and E. And when the time comes, Essa, you come back, and sorry to say, but you're going to be bait.
That's fine.
I will also ask, you guys are going to have a few hours before this goes off. Do you want to do any investigating, any like checking in on rumors, or try to get more information about this group before you act on them?
Ben Ben would want to go and start setting up traps because the stuff that he's going to do is going to take a while.
Okay.
Edgar will start trying to get what he can. He does not want to ever be the one who brings up Villain's Bane because if this shit's happening tonight, he doesn't want anything that can lead back to any of them. But he's just going to listen around, try to talk to people about what's the gossip and see if they ever come up.
Yeah. So where are you going to be doing this in? Are you going to be sticking to like this higher part of the city where like there are more people that are like the usual clientele of Villain's Bane? Are you going to be in like the middle area, just people who see people passing through, or are you going to go down to like the lower area where you might not get people who know Villain's Bane as much on a personal basis, but you might be able to find some information on them that like is more than just what people have to praise about them?
I'll start up top and just gleam around and see if I have any luck before I think after a couple hours, knowing we're getting closer to it, I would go down to the lowest level.
Okay, give me a we'll say either if you're just listening in on conversations, it'll be a perception check. If you're trying to engage in like tactfully pry information without making it obvious, we'll do either investigation or deception.
Gotcha. I'll do perception for the top then.
Okay.
10.
With a 10, you hear people talking about Villain's Bane and that they're here. People will talk about how they recently had a meeting in the mansion for the Grand Duchess. That they had seemingly had talked with her that she's got some big mission for them. But as far as any like juicy information, there's not really much you can get from just a 10.
Gotcha. And if I have time, I would run down to the lower areas, change my look as much as I can. I'd like ruffle up, put my hood on, really hide the eye, all that, and just try to talk to some people a little bit more about it.
Yeah, and then that'll be if you're trying to get information without letting anyone know what you're asking about, that'll be deception. If you want to just straight talk people, that'll be persuasion. Or you can also just do investigation as a kind of like general inquisitiveness kind of thing.
I'll go investigation then.
Okay.
20.
That's a 20. Okay.
Woo!
So with a 20 investigation, you find out there's a rumor that Alan Crow, the leader of Villain's Bane, the high elf, that he has been gunning. He's they're all he is a lowborn elf. He's not a noble. But he's been gunning to try to get a title since starting Villain's Bane. This is all about him trying to acquire enough wealth and prestige that he can be granted a title. And there is a rumor going around that this job he's requesting as payment is the granting of a title by the Grand Duchess. So
Gotcha.
like this is him achieving his ultimate goal when he completes this job.
From how they talk about it, does it feel like this has been so it's been a long time because we know Villain Bane has been a while. So can I like get the idea that he's been starting to get a little desperate for this?
Not necessarily desperate. He's still an elf, so he
Yeah.
can play the long game if he
Mhm.
needs to. But you do know that Libby Byrne, the dwarven woman, is starting to get a bit tired of this. There's rumors around that she is interested in retirement. That she's not she's not, you know, she's a dwarf. She can't become a member of the nobility anyways. She is ready to retire and is still just working because it's kind of just like a, oh, I've come this far thing. You also know that Alan is engaged to Maeve Wolf, the ranger of their group, and you know that she is not lowborn. She's a member of the nobility.
Oh.
However, she's like 10th in the line of succession, so there's like no shot of her actually getting that title, that any wealth or power from her family. But you would know that it would help lend some prestige to Alan to be married to a noblewoman, even if she's not a straight up title bearer.
Gotcha.
She comes from a good house, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. I'll run back and I'll report this to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
I know where pretty soon we're going, but just some interesting info. Libby
Good
might be an
stuff.
interesting avenue to try to convince. That's not worth it if we start doing some actual damage, but we're not going to convince Alan Crow. That's for sure. But if we get in the way of getting his title, we might get him to be a little more desperate.
Make stupid mistakes.
Is anyone else going to be doing any investigating?
Taurus would probably be. He would offer to help.
Sorry, you cut out after help.
Oh, he would offer to help Fen with setting up like traps and stuff.
Okay, so yeah, you'll be out with Fen. Anything from S or T in the hours leading up to this operation?
He's gonna get a little extra gussied, you know, actually take a shower kind of thing.
Right.
But she kind of knows what she needs to know at the moment.
Okay. And then
Kinda.
sorry, and then Essa, before we get to setting up the traps, just real quick.
I think S is just waiting for the plan to go off.
Okay. All right. So back out in the jungle, you did manage to find a spot that's like off of the regular path. It's far enough away that, like, I mean, it's a dense jungle, so it's not like the guards on the walls are basically just seeing the immediate area around the city. There's not much they can really do as far as like vantage points deeper into the jungle. Once you're in the jungle, you're in the jungle.
First thing I'd like to do, I'd like to, if we can go by any like forge or anything like that, Finn would like to go by and just, or a forge or a weapon shop. Wait, you got any scrap or defects that you'd be willing to part with?
Yeah, they'll sell you. I'll say they've got 10 pounds of metal scraps that they could sell you. They'd be willing to part with it for. They'll go with 1 gold.
Finn will give him 2.
Okay.
Finn will be like, appreciate it. I know that you all know the value of good scrap, and he'll just grab it. You got like a little wagon or anything that you could give me to help carry this or anything like that? Or he'll see Taurus has the bag of holding. Never mind.
Mhm.
And he'll just like start
Just toss it
stuffing
in.
scrap in the bag of holding.
All right.
Once he gets that, he's got his rope that he has. And he goes out in the forest. First thing that he's going to do is he is going to where is it? Where is it? Sometimes it takes me a while. I'm going to grab the first hour is going to be using Artisan's Blessing, which is I can take it'll take an hour, but I can make any non-magic item that includes
You
any
are glitching
metal,
like crazy, dude.
Yeah.
like that. Hello.
Hey,
Hi.
you're good now.
Okay. I can create any non-magical item
Okay.
as long as it contains metal.
All right. So what are you making?
Yeah. I had this pulled up and it closed for some reason. Yeah. I believe I'm going to probably go with a simple. So there's one thing, and let me know if this works, Jack. I would like to essentially use that metal. Finn's familiar with making basic traps.
Right.
I would like to, and I use that metal. And this is Finn using his imagination. So let me know if this is a no go, like or anything like that. And I use the metal instead of making a something normally thought to be metal. And I make essentially tempered or almost like tempered steel wire in the form of a like wired rope. Like use that
Yes.
metal.
Like a tripwire kind of thing.
Yeah, like essentially like that, but for like I want a metal net essentially.
A metal net. Okay. Yeah, let me see. Um yeah, you can make a net. Yeah, that only takes I'll say yeah, you can make a so I'm imagining this is like a net that you would like drop down on someone.
Yeah, it's heavy, it's got weight. Essentially, I'm going to make the net and then set up almost like a pressure like point, essentially like rope goes and it's got the net and the net's like held up and it's got like a rock on the inside to give it like the momentum so that when a rope that's like attached to like a stick hidden is triggered, the net's going to just swing down and like ensnare them.
Okay, yeah. So I'll say what this does is you make this net, and it creates a trap that, when triggered, he will, a target must make a dexterity saving throw. We'll set the DC equal to,
My spell safety.
we'll make it your spell save DC, yeah.
Okay.
And if they fail, they become restrained, and I'll say you can make it. You can make it so that the net is able to encase uh, a a medium-sized creature. If it hits a large-sized creature, then
Maybe it's just like
it's like grappled, not full restrained.
yeah, for sure.
And we'll say they'll be prone and restrained if they're a medium-sized creature. If they fail the DC.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. I will just need a Smith's Tools check from you to set up the trap.
What's the modifier for it? Wisdom?
I believe this would be more of an intelligence thing to try to set up a trap.
Okay. I can do intelligence then. Bland.
I will say, if Tauros is helping you, you'll get advantage.
He'd be given a hand.
Okie dokie.
And actually, you know what? Survival is a wisdom-based thing, so we'll go off of wisdom instead, because you're setting a trap.
Cool. It can be intelligence if you want it to be.
Okay.
If it's intelligence, that's an 18, or that's a 17. If it's
All right. It's getting a little robot-y again, but yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah, we'll go with intelligence. I decided because it's like survival. Survival is also
Yeah.
setting traps. So
and like he's kind of going off what he has in mind, you know, like
yeah, you've already planned out the trap. You just need to actually put it together. But yeah, so yeah, with the 20, easy. You've got it set up. It'll be a 20 DC perception check for him to notice the trap.
Gotcha. And
Nice.
the last thing that I want to do, and this is like that takes. I'm going to assume that it takes an hour to like make the net. Then after that, I'm going to assume it probably takes like another like close to an hour to probably set the trap up.
I'll say with Toros helping you, it'll only take you half an hour to set it up.
Gotcha. Last thing I want to do is I want to, because I've seen what happens when our squishies get hit a lot, which happens a lot. Live squishies. He's going to take his rope out, his normal rope, and he's going to turn to Taurus. You got any more of this?
Yeah, no, I got plenty of it.
And he's going to kind of just put like a decent pile of it in the center, maybe like half of his, and then just Taurus, help me get a decent amount of spare wood.
Yeah, Taurus will go out and collect some for him.
Put that spare wood there, and then he is going to cast Fabricate.
Okay.
And I'm going to a little wooden, almost like platform that can fit 2 people, almost like a tree stand, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to ask for Taurus's help. Just help me get this around the tree about decently tall, maybe like 20 or so feet.
Gotcha. So you're making a platform to put into a tree so that people can stand from there and shoot down.
So that either T or Essa or both, should they need to, can get up there, because this guy's going to be very physical and.
Perfect. I'll say that'll be another Smith's Tools check, just to like get it secured in the tree.
Okay. I'm cool with
Still with help
that.
from Tauros, so you get advantage.
Yep. Sadly, toggle advantage. But blam.
26. Yeah, that's. I'll say with a 26, you also create some like footholds for people to make climbing up into it easier.
Nice.
Gotcha.
All right.
Your squishies, thank you.
Yeah, Finn will just like clap his hands. All right, my work here is done.
All right. Yeah. So in that case, if you are you all going to regroup before starting the plan, or are people like going to be waiting at the ambush spot?
That really kind of depends. Finn was under the impression that he's just probably going to wait at the ambush spot.
We can retroactively say that you'll iron this out,
because we need Essa to go there to be bait. That's going to be the start.
No, wait. Why would Essa go there?
Because I was planning on Essa. You're going to say, "Hey, my friend needs help." I was going to say we have him lying in like a pool of his own blood close to the trap. And then,
that's what I was thinking.
Either me or Tauros could be the bandits there. Because we were never with you guys, so he doesn't know what we look like.
And I'll be somewhere in the shadows.
Cool.
All right.
That was what I thought we would be.
No, I just wanted to make sure before we got started.
Yep. Cool. I'm just okay. There we go. All right. We good.
Okay. Now, so we've got Essa, Tauros, Edgar, and Fen all in the ambush spot, and then T. Let's say it's getting to be about 5-6 o'clock. If you're ready to go.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for it to get like a little bit to the darker side of 5 or 6 o'clock. It's winter, so and then
Well,
I'm going to
winter for
not in
us.
Elmera, but yeah. Then I'm going to kind of I'm gonna like leave the city gates for a hot minute. Not go all the way to them because please my hair. But I'm gonna stand outside the city gates for a bit, and I'm going to kind of frantically walk back into the city,
Okay.
and frantically find my way to the Jungle Shade resort and burst through the doors a little, make a little bit of a scene. I'm gonna look a little embarrassed, huffing and puffing a little because it's not a short way to frantically make your way. And look wildly around. Please tell me I see Lukas.
You do not see Lukas.
Fuck. In that case,
all of them.
right? She's gonna go up to the bartender, or no, the guy who was at the table, the
dealer,
the dealer. Thank you for the words. And she's going to say, "I'm so sorry. Do you have any idea where Lukas Kistler is?"
Give me a persuasion check.
Don't have advantage. It's been an hour.
I don't have
Several
the advantage.
hours.
Yeah. You said persuasion?
Yep.
21.
Oh yeah. No, he looks at you, sees that you're distressed, and says, I believe he retired to his suite on the 7th floor.
Is there any way that I could get permission to go up?
Well, Mr. Kistler did tell me that if you wanted to go up, that I should let you. That's not really my job, but I can explain that to the manager of the hotel, and you can just go ahead.
Oh, thank the gods. You're a lifesaver, literally. And then she will, whether he has to like bring her over to the manager or just run up. Yeah, she'll just run up and try to find the Duchess suite.
Yeah, so you head up to the 7th floor, running up all those stairs. That's a lot of fun. And can it be just a little Constitution check? Constitution
she's
saving
huffing
throw.
and puffing, and it's by design. 20. Hey, I was not expecting that.
20 on a con save.
+7 for my con save.
You've been doing a lot of traveling, a lot of roughing it lately. Like you're used to putting in.
He's
some work.
used to cardio. He's used to cardio.
Hate you.
So you're not winded or anything, but you are still huffy puffy. You find like a large, like a sign pointing in the direction of the Duchess suite, and also like following that, you see these large, like intricately decorated doors standing in front of you.
She'll knock.
Knocking on the doors. Opening the door, you see a dark elf woman. And she like looks at you with confusion and says, "I'm sorry, who are you?"
I apologize for bothering you in the evening. Is Lukas here?
Oh, okay, yes. And with the resigned acceptance of a woman who's done this a few times. Just
that was my hope.
Calls out, "Lukas, you have a friend." And Lukas, like, you hear like a few like the sounds of someone getting up. You hear like a couple of giggles, and then Lukas comes out of his room and sees you and goes, "Fraulein! Yes. What's the matter?"
The look of relief on her face when she sees him is huge. And she'll kind of rush over to him. "Oh, Lukas, thank the gods. I found you. I need help. We were so fucking stupid. We thought we could take on a big monster. We tried going after the shambling mound, but that wasn't even what got him. It's Essa. I don't know if he's dead or what. I need your help."
Give me a little deception check.
Yeah.
Come
Does she have
on.
advantage
Yeah, I was like,
because
does she
he
have
wants it?
advantage?
No.
I'm sure that affects the DC. Fucking
Ah,
dick.
Alice!
do you have
So that's a
inspiration?
12.
Wait, I'm trying to
Yeah.
see if there's anything that I can pull out of my ass
Do you have
to.
magical guidance as a high level
You-
sorcerer?
I do have magical
Yes.
guidance.
You can use the sorcery
I
point
can
to
use the
re-roll
sorcery
that.
point to re-roll it. Yes, I'm absolutely going to do that. Oh, I never
Okay.
redid them from the other day. Yes. So I'm going to
Burger.
re-roll
Thank you, Burger.
Could be
dice
worse.
gods.
17.
It's still good.
Okay,
He's not
better,
too smart.
better.
So
Yeah, so he yeah, let's have him roll a cheeky little insight.
This guy gotta have negative wisdom. I hope. Please.
He's a barb,
Plus
so
20.
I don't
He's
think
a
he does.
dude who crossed the most dangerous mountain range by himself.
yeah.
He's got some decent survival skills. I'm
But wisdom.
gonna roll 2 GM.
Wisdom.
So you
He's a
do that,
motherfucker.
and then he looks down, and then he says,
He's going for pitiful.
"Yeah, no." He goes, "I understand. I will assist you." And he looks back and calls out, "Libby!" And a dwarven woman shows up and says, "Yes, we need to assist our new friend, and we need a healer."
Well, that's not gonna go great. This is gonna go worse.
And he looks over to Maja and says, "If you don't hear from us, we may need to notify Maeve. I'm sure
Let's
she
pull him
could
out
find
first.
us." As he's talking,
No, no, no. Oh, no,
I should have pulled him out of the room first. Something.
No, he would have just gone back in. He would have just.
Yeah.
He would have had
Probably.
to have been like.
This
"You
is
need-"
Jack wanting to make it complicated for us.
It's also you did not roll
No,
good on the deception check.
I didn't roll great on my deception.
sorry. Give me an insight to see if he bought your deception.
Yeah. Or if he's just being like, this is a setup. 20. Now I'm fucking rolling good.
As
Salt.
you are watching Lukas talking to the other members of the party, you notice that as he's saying we may need Maeve, there's something to the way he says it that doesn't sound like he's asking for backup. Sounds like he's asking for assistance.
Kidding dicks. Okay. Well, we're still gonna fight them outside of town, and the big hubbub is that I need help. So I'm gonna take that silver lining.
Okay.
Yeah. She's going to rush them to the one-person ambush.
Yep.
Which, hey, maybe it'll still take out someone.
All right. So Lukas and Libby follow you. Let me just show you what Libby looks like, and I guess I should also show you what Maja looks like.
Please show us the face of our destruction.
It's not just the cleric, right?
Maja is the cleric.
Oh.
So this is Libby. She's dwarven woman. Fairly older, not like Chevra old, but older as far as adventurers go. Wears heavier armor. You see, she does have 2 long swords stowed on her hips. And just from looking at her, you can tell that she's not one to use them individually.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh boy.
Are you guys there? Okay, good. Sorry.
But that is Libby. That's not the woman who's coming with you. The woman who's coming with you is Maja. Cleric, more lightly armored, purplish skin, red eyes, silvery hair. And she is running with you as you all rush out of the city.
One
My
thing
hero.
I would do, Jack, is just after we're done doing setting that up, I am going to use a harness divine power I would do this while we're waiting to get back my 2nd level spell slot.
Okay. All right. So
real quick, Jack, how noticeable are my Crimson Rights when they activate? Like, is there like a pretty obvious?
you're
like,
encasing
streak
your
of...
sword with lightning, so it's not unnoticeable.
It's not stealthy.
You
It
can
ain't
No,
stealthy.
no.
you
I'm
can
just trying
make
to figure
a.
out
I'll say you can make a sleight of hand check to try.
what
to
I would
do
want
it
to
with.
do
Mhm.
is just put Firebrand like the handle out,
Mhm.
but under like earth, like
Okay.
covered to a point where if I'm stealthing, it's Crimson Brighted, but it is covered.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I'm gonna do the damage
Yeah.
on myself.
Yeah. So while they're like getting this up, he's going to turn to S and just go. All right, my friend. You're sadly, I'm afraid you're gonna have. You finally didn't roll like max damage against yourself.
Let's
I'm afraid
go.
that you're going to have to be the bait in this situation. He's gonna like turn to Tauros. Anything
Which one was
red
supposed to
that
punch
you
him?
all have?
Anything what?
Oh, we just need some red coloring. Blood, wine. Preferably blood.
Potion of healing?
It
Just
could
like
work.
take some as I'm taking damage.
If
There you go.
if I hear this happening, I'll be like, I do kind of bleed a decent amount when I do my shit.
Yeah. Just put some blood, and I'll like motion to like his
Ah.
side of his face, and have him and smear a little bit on the ground, maybe a decent puddle if you can.
Right. I'll do that, and I'll do the same thing to my with Blazer Beast. So I do 2 Crimson Rights, so there's gonna be 2.
Sources of blood.
Yeah. Another
Two
one? Oh
sources.
yeah.
Hey, another one.
Nice.
So just,
And do you want this to be a survival check, Jack, for me to like
This will
make
be
this or a medicine check?
either
Medicine check?
a survival or medicine. I'll take either one.
Okay.
Can I help?
And
I'll splurt in the places you tell me to splurt.
don't say you splurt.
I splurt.
No.
Can I roll to splurt, Jack?
You may splurt away.
Yes.
Hey, 21.
Splurt away.
21.
Oh yeah, no, you. This is a very convincing fake body of Essa lying in the middle of the jungle.
And then I'm just going to turn to Taurus. All right, let's take positions here and here, and I'm going to point to like 2 opposites, like 2 sides of the clearing, like kind of far away, and I'm going to attempt to do a stealth check.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be hiding in the woods on the opposite end of where we think they're gonna be coming in from. So
I'm a
I'll be in
corpse.
the woods there.
Okay.
For you, buddy.
Yeah. At first I thought,
So yeah.
I was like, okay, Taurus, which one of us supposed to punch him?
Are
Boom.
Tauros and Fen hiding in the same spot as
No,
You're trying to
Edgar is
do like
away.
Yep.
2 pincers, like we're coming in, like playing up the bandit attack. Still, like we're going to converge on him, like
Gotcha.
on opposite
Damn.
sides and Edgar's.
Not that bad.
Taurus, you've been rolling really good on stealth lately.
All right. So I'm just gonna. I'll say
And
this
I
is
do
happening
want
like
to
in a
cast a spell on our
clearing.
way.
So I will say. Okay. Yeah, you're going to be casting a spell on the way.
But I can wait for whatever you were going to say.
No. You're all good. What did that happen? Alice, you need to upload that picture of T as a token.
Oh, Dix, you're right. I'll see if I can do that fast.
Oh.
I'm just setting everything up on my end.
So
As a
over
token.
under. Listen, this is a question for the audience. Over under 3 rounds before the rest of Villain Bane gets to us.
I think under, honestly.
I'm
My money would be on under.
I'm legitimately surprised you guys just decided to do this right out the gate. I expected you all to do some more investigating and planning.
Yeah.
Plan, that's
Well, we thought everybody was like murder, so Finn was like murder.
We had a good plan.
I was, yeah.
Had.
Yeah. I feel like if you looking back on it, we shouldn't have waited. We should have just used like the 20-minute head start we had. You should have gone to him like immediately while he was in like the middle of like drinking. And
When he
Yeah.
wasn't around his buddies.
Yeah.
When he was
Yeah.
alone.
And plus, that would he would have been like, "Oh, my chance to impress the person I'm trying to seduce."
All right. Did you get it switched over, Alice?
I said it's already uploaded as a token. I mean, my
The
profile thing.
avatar is there, but where it says default token when you hit edit on your character sheet.
I've never had to do that before.
It's It's right underneath.
Oh,
when you
here,
edit.
wait, I found it.
Yep.
That's so weird that I've never done that before.
When you first
Normally
upload your
it
first
doesn't
one,
need to,
Yeah.
but sometimes it does.
Great. I love it.
All right. Yep, you're all set.
What?
Don't forget to change your hit point maximum back, hit point total back to its.
Oh yeah, thank you.
You guys have had a long rest. Yay. We're all set up. All right, so you all come in.
He is casting a spell.
Yes, I am casting a spell on the way.
Mhm.
I have message.
Okay.
So I am going to, as though I am casting this to Essa, for like, don't worry, we're coming. I am going to actually cast it to Fen.
Okay.
I'm gonna say
I will say, what is the range on message?
120 feet. So it's not a huge amount of heads up, but it's any.
It's like
if you're running,
it's about 4 turns. With a dash
Yeah.
action, 2 turns. So like
with a dash, that's 2, and I'm assuming they're dashing. So
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's still any heads up instead of none.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say wait, what's the limit on message? Is it just like 1 sentence or something? I know it's piddly.
It's an action. I don't think there's a limit on message, but
it's an
what
action, but you can't like just give like a paragraph.
Yeah.
It has to be like something
Okay.
that you can say
Reasonably in 6 seconds. Okay. I'm coming. I brought help. Lukas brought Maja.
Okay. Upon hearing,
Because they can
Upon
hear the message for message.
yeah, okay. Upon hearing that, I'm gonna turn. I'm just gonna like let everybody else. There's more than one cleric. Get ready, and from his spot, I'm going to prepare to cast a spell.
Okay. All right. Let me see what was everyone's. I'm looking at everyone's stealth checks. Not great.
Pretty bad.
Not great. Pretty bad. I didn't roll stealth.
All right.
Roll corpse stealth.
As you rush in, what you see is okay. You all rush in, and I'm going to need perception checks from Lukas and from Maja.
Is that the platform right there?
Yeah, the disc is the platform.
Okay, so where would Essa be in connection to that for the
Can
trap?
we feel free.
Yeah,
Can
Trey,
we
you're-
say
Trey,
that
you're
we
glitching.
shifted?
It's crunchy.
Hello.
All right, you're all good
Yeah.
now.
Good.
Okay, sorry. I don't know why it's doing this. I think I may just need a new mic. I think that's it. But the trap will have been close to in front of S. So if you let me, can I draw it, Jack?
Yeah, go for it.
The trap would have been like essentially like right. I'm gonna assume it's just like a 1 square trap.
Yeah. Okay.
It would have been about right there.
Gotcha.
And
So
can we
what's that?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, I thought you had asked something. My bad. Okay. So we're getting the perception checks from. Oh my god. It's down. All right, so we're going to get the perception checks from Lukas and Aja. So the lowest of these is going to be the DC for all of your stealth checks to get a surprise round.
Lovely.
All right. First is Lukas. Only a 14.
Toro's sitting somehow.
Maja with a 10.
Oh,
Wow.
baby.
Oh,
You hate to
Holy
see
shit.
it.
All right. So
And
for
now
those who were
Dave.
hiding, we needed stealth checks from. So there was
so 2 of 3 passed. I failed.
2 or 3
I got
pass.
it.
Hey, that's
Oh, yeah,
that's what you
a
needed.
surprise
Holy
round.
shit. Who needs a rogue? Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Whoa.
Look, I'm
Hold the fuck
already
up.
dead.
Oh shoot!
Stop.
I'm sorry. This is a group check, so it isn't the lowest of them; it's the highest of them that needed
Fuck.
to
God
pass.
fucking damn it. So
This
it's
set the
only
DC.
Tauros.
Only Tauros, which means
was
only
only
1 out
Tauros.
of the 3.
Can we meet in the middle, make it a 12?
We
so
need.
I mean, Mitchell never rolled a stealth check.
I'm
That
a
is
corp
true.
now.
He's not. Essa isn't hiding.
I'm not really
right?
hiding. I'm a
Mitchell's
corpse.
not. Essa is not hiding, so Essa would.
You've never
Can I
Essa,
make- can I make-
Essa can make a deception check.
Can I make a stealth check to hide my heartbeat?
No, but you can make a deception check to see how good of a dead body you are.
All right, Essa, come on, don't fuck it up.
Natural 20.
That's a
baby.
natural 20 for a
Let's
total of
go.
22.
I am a fucking corpse.
So I'll say
even,
this.
Even T thinks they just killed me.
So I will say this: you are a very convincing corpse. However, the others notice the people hiding in the bushes, and Lukas steps up and then says out to all of you, "I understand that this is an ambush against me and my friends, and I will have you know, you chose the wrong person to come at you in a fight."
As he says that, can I trigger my reaction spell that I had prepared?
You can.
The spell that I was preparing? Cool. I'm a hold person them.
Okay.
I hope this
That's
works.
good.
What's
So I need
your,
a wisdom save.
What's-
A wisdom save.
what's your spell save DC?
16.
Bad that he's asking that before you.
Okay. Well, he fails. And I'm gonna say
So as he's like, you chose the wrong
right. And at that, I think that is where we end this episode of Dice Age.
Yeah.